Okay. Yeah, you can tell I've not done this in a bit. Okay, so with that little hiccup, cześć siema, jak leci. Out here again after a bit of a break, unplanned, you know. Sorry about radio silence, but sometimes life throws you a curveball and you need to dodge. So today is something that I've promised you quite some time ago. A little bit of a side-by-side comparison of the same menu packed in different years. So what I got here, you can see same number, menu 13, cheese tortellini. And you can straight up just from the back design tell these are from different years. Actually packed by 2 different companies too. There's 3 companies packing the rations for American Army. Americo, Sopaco and something else. And I just did a little bit of refresh myself on the history. Cheese tortellini is like one of the oldest continuously run menus in the MRE list. It came into rotation in 1996. It changed the menu number, but it runs continuously from 1996. I'm not sure if it's still in 2022. Probably still is, but it just tells you something. When some menus are rotated out after 2, 3, 4 years tops, this stayed for ages. It's close to 30 years now. So yeah, bug design. Back before clearly marked as vegetarian meal, it still is vegetarian, just no designation on the outside. The size of the bag is similar. But you can tell that this one is going to have boxes inside, whereas this is just pouches. Back then they printed out or stamped out the packaging date on the outside. So this is 204 and the very end of the 204 year, 325th day. So like early December 204. So this ration is like almost 18, almost legal. And that just hits when you say the number out loud. Whereas currently the date is stamped or embossed into the seal. It's 1251. So second half of last year. Technically it could be 2011, but I'm pretty sure they didn't put the French underneath the English back at the time, so 204 to 21, 17 years apart, these 2 mains. Obviously the one thing they will have in common is the main, cheese tortellini tomato sauce. All the other sides, all drinks or anything can be completely different. Probably will be different because that changes, to prevent the meal fatigue, so to say. Okay, let's get inside. Let's see what's in them. Okay, the peel vessel is working. Can I open it like this? One piece of trivia would be that cheese tortellini, it was one of the first, if not the first MRE menu I ever tried. So There's some, I'm going to cut it open. There is some nostalgia happening here. Let's some more inside. So this is the 2204 pack. Nope. Still gotta use the knife. Weak as weakling. And this one is packed into extra baggy, but you can see there's boxes and there's no boxes in here. So 204, we got some crackers. We got flameless ration pizza. Ooh, get some hard candy, assorted charms. And I'm pretty darn lucky because they don't feel liquefied, which happens to these quite often. Peanut butter, nice and soft. A spoon, obviously. We got, ooh, season is upon us. Pumpkin pound cake, nice. And then something happened here. I'm not exactly sure what, but you can see there's a little bit of a faff here. Okay, so this is definitely the box with the cheese tortellini. Okay, nothing is leaking, so this is confusing. This is the main production date. You can see here, 288th day of 204. There's nutrition information, but the ingredients list is completely obscured. You can see a little bit like cheese and tortellini tomato sauce up here, but the list is completely obscured by some leakage. I wonder what happened, because it's just in this spot. It's not like the whole box is ruined. Curious. And then for dessert, we get spiced apples. That's nice. It would be nice if not for the whole long list of ingredients on that. Apples. Okay, apples, ascorbic acid, citric acid, salt, water, sugar, food starch, margarine. Okay. Funnily enough, the whole pack is packed by Sopaco, and Sopaco is packed by the producer on the main, but spiced apples are distributed by MRE Foods, so the company that produced the current one. And also you get a postcard on the back to cut out and send to someone. And then we get accessory pack. Maybe we'll compare them some side by side in a minute, okay? So, main apples and stuff. And then for the current one, let me just get rid of the bag. Hot beverage bag. Flameless ration heater. Spoon. It's basically same spoon. Yep, identical. By the time they just settle on one design, stuck to it. We got a tiny little bottle of Tabasco. Cute. We got carb electrolyte beverage powder, lemon lime. Okay. We got crackers. Dry roasted peanuts for a snack. Ooh. Is it my lucky day today? Did I like do some good or something? Because we got spiced apples, we got pumpkin pound cake, and I got chocolate peanut spread. So it's like peanut butter just with chocolate added, and it's one of the best spreads ever. Okay, sorry, getting excited. Recovery trail mix with pretzels. Pretzels, almonds, cashews, peanuts. Okay, sounds good, sounds nice. Solid portion of that. Got the information sheet for the cheese tortellini tomato sauce. And now it's the pack of the main. Okay, so obviously we got different sides. What's in common is the peanut butter and crackers. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a bit disorganized, but it's the first time I think when doing two like preparations. We had Polish ones at some point, but this is a bit different. So, crackers. Did anything change over the years? Packaging? A little bit. Or maybe that's just because it's different companies. Servings, 1 pouch. Servings, 2 crackers. Servings per container, 1. Okay, so total fat, same content in both. But the current ones got more saturated fats in them and no trans fat. They pointed out specifically. Also, twice as much sodium. That is curious. Yeah, but pretty similar. Cheese tortellini, I want to compare those as well. What's the information on that? Same size, 8 ounces. Same amount of calories. So, there are changes to the recipe. Just going by the macronutrients listings. Yeah, I'm not getting too much into that, but I want to see what happened to this. Because obviously something did happen. Okay. The pouch, as you can see, is completely sealed. It's not damaged in any way. So this must have been some accident in the packaging plant, completely unrelated to that. That happened to me before. And then we got spiced apples. A nice pack of those. Okay. I think I'm going to heat up my apples as well, because why not? Okay. Accessory packs. So far, we know the current menu provides us with at least 1 drink. So let's see what's in those. This is the new one. TP, obviously. Cinnamon chewing gum. Pillsbury coffee. And crema. And 0 calorie sweetener and joy. Dextrose, sucralose. It's not better for you. It just doesn't raise your blood glucose, because it's not glucose, but it's still sugar. So it's a bit of a cheaty way there. So we got moist towelette, and we got tiny portion of salt. Kind of like how they went smaller into single serving of salt instead of those biggest packs. Yeah, so we got current one. We got carbs and electrolyte beverage, and we got coffee. Let's see the old one. Is there any turnovers here? No. Okay. Okay, we got TP. Same company, Lighthouse. You can see it's just a bit different packaging. Mint chewing gum. Then we don't have coffee with this one. We got iced tea drink and got spiced cider. Nice. Moist towelette, obviously. Seasoning blend, salt free, so extra spice. We got salt. Confusion, okay. And we got matches. Okay, we obviously got also Tabasco here. They rid of the matches in the later last year or so, which is weird because it's always nice to have a pack of matches on you. But yeah, similar idea. We got 2 drinks. It doesn't tell you to use hot or cold water. Oh yeah, these are still, you can hear the powder shaking. We got 2 drinks. We can make either or, cold or warm. Okay, exciting. And also what I meant by salt. This is 4 grams, and this is, I believe, would be gram, maybe 2, but not even that. Okay, so yeah. And obviously moisture it. Okay, ladies and gents, and everyone in between. Because I had cheese tortellini from these packs before, I know that cold or not fully warm through, this is quite nasty. They're not bad, but imagine mushy pasta with very dry ricotta based style filling and congealed tomato sauce. It's not nice at all, not nice at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and also because this is fucking old, I'm going to put them in a pot of boiling water. Yeah, writing is clear enough that I will know which one is which later, and I'll leave them in the pot of hot water for like 10 or so to heat it through properly. I am going to heat up my apples, spiced apples as well. You can eat them cold, obviously, but I just imagine it would be much nicer when warm through. Although this feels more like applesauce than apple pieces. Still, that's what we're going to do. Put that in as well, warm it up. And then I'm going to make drinks. I think I get enough water and vessels, so that'll be fun. But before I go do that, we're going to try something. Because obviously I won't be using the FRHs to warm up my meals. Let's do a little contest between those. Let's see which one performs better under this circumstance. So, and just to give you something to watch for while I'm gone. Okay, a little bit of water. And to give them a fair chance, I'm going to add salt in. I'm not sure about physics or chemistry behind this reaction. Chemistry, I should say. Basically, what's in the pad, if you never saw it, there's a pad like this inside. From what I understand, inside the pad is like some iron and magnesium, probably. And after you add water, it causes some reaction, and in that reaction, heat is emitted. Really, high school was ages ago. I forgot most of the terms, but yeah, it's exothermic reaction, meaning it produces heat, and for some reason salt helps this reaction to happen. Do not overfill, okay? So a little bit of water into this. A bit of a clump. Water in this one as well. I'm going to move it a little bit to help the water get into all the pads in a moment, and hopefully I can find another clip for this one. Oh yeah. do it like this. No. You can see the reaction already happening in here, but not in this one. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. That happened. Keep an eye on those for me, will you? Hello again, I'm returned. Ooh, okay, that's a surprise. This one started out as well. Nice. They're both warm, and my desk underneath is warmed up a little bit as well. They're not mighty hot though, so given what I know about cheese tortellini, like this particular main, I think it was a good decision to put it in a pot of water. Okay, I'm going to put that off to the side. We might look at it later again. Okay, boxes can go. We don't need boxes anymore. We want to make drinks. Spice cider, iced tea drink mix, coffee with a bloody sweetener because why not? And then the lemon lime drink. 20 fluid ounces. That's like 360 mils. Okay, so I won't be using. But technically, you could pour water into this. I won't be using that because that would be wrong. There's no way to measure it, and this is more than I can fit in my glass. So I'm going to mix that in the hot beverage bag, if only because it gives you the fill line for 6, 8 or 12 ounces. And because, you know, I can safely store the rest of the drink in the bag after. Oh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this smell today. If you get any sort of cleaning lemon, someone's a derp today. A derpy derp. I was going to say, if you get any sort of lemon scented cleaning chemicals, that's about the smell you would get from this thing. What happened here? Okay, let's call that good enough. Otherwise I'm going to have even more of that powder on my desk. I just cleaned yesterday. Jeez, Addy. Derp. Derp be derping. Okay, water. So the water. And I'm going to go a little bit over the 12-ounce mark, both because I put the powder in first, so obviously that takes up some volume, and also because these drinks are usually too sugary sweet and concentrated for me. Okay, let's get the water, the air out, and the water in, air out, water in. Seal it, roll it, and shake. Everything is dissolved. Let it sit for a moment because I don't exactly trust myself. I would pour it without spilling right now. Okay, so you got spice cider, you got iced tea. I think I'm going to make the cider drink warm, because why not? And they're all for 6 fluid ounces, so yep, this will do. This will do. Tea is probably a little bit caked as usual. Because they went for no. Ooh, that's nice, guys. Every time I had that iced tea drink mix, it was all it was starting to crystallize and it was starting to, you know, clump up. This is beautiful. That's our drink. This is for the other one. And yeah, 2:04 is the time where I think it was before they started getting all worried about bad fats and real sugar. So you can imagine what they sweetened with, respectively. Okay, so this can go to the side. And I'll give it a stir in a little bit. Okay, let's make it like that. You probably don't need any adds. So sugar, malic acid, gamma arabic. Yeah, there's no apple in this, but and again 6 ounces or 1/4 canteen of water. And this is beautifully powdery and fresh as well. Oh, is lucky. It's much lucky, I think. This can go away, and let's go coffee, Bill's brew. Not the best, not the worst. Okay, so this is like in this chunks coffee, instant coffee, obviously. I'm going to add the sweetener. I'm not going to add creamer because the creamer is nasty. Like creamer non-dairy. There's a long list of ingredients, and it starts with corn syrup solids, coconut oil, sodium caseinate, a milk derivative. So how is it non-dairy? Potassium phosphate and other stuff, and let's just say I'm not fond of plant fats mimicking milk, so this goes away. It's just not worth it. It doesn't even dissolve properly in the coffee, so what's the point? Those would be the drinks, and because I hope to someday pass the spoons to someone else and they're all nicely, packed for use, I got my old one. Let's stir everything in. I can already see the difference in drinks. Like the new one clearly has one designed as a cold drink to, okay, this needs a little bit of dissolving time. This one clearly warm and cold drink separation. One designed to supplement whatever missing bits might be in the ration. Sorry, I'm losing focus a bit. Like electrolytes, carbohydrate stuff, and then coffee, because coffee, apparently no one drinks tea either. The other nice drinks to go with, it's like there was some more research, some more science figuring out between then and now. And yes, the cider drink could have been made cold. It was just my choice to make it warm, because the weather is very autumny today, or very fallish. Okay, so bags go to the side. They'll come back in a moment, in a bit later. Let's get me a tray. Okay. You don't need to see my face in there, which you will anyway, because mirrors be mirrors. I'm saving the big part for the mains, obviously. The old one is more interesting, so let's start with the new one. So obviously we've got recovery trail mix with petals. Okay. Of course, all the stuff is in the top where the noche is, which is bloody annoying. Okay, let's put it down so I can safely open the pack. Okay. Do not eat bits. And I'm used, like technically I know it's the same kind of dough and preparation as the other pretzels, but just the shape throws me off. Because you know you're used to pretzels being at tiny little bows, so this is weird. Then we get some dry roasted peanuts. Obviously the pack is vacuum sealed. And it looks like the sides are meant to make up for. I wonder if the men actually get such a low protein content compared to non-vegetarian. Oh, I like the smell of that. It smells fresh. Compared to non-vegetarian meals, because almonds, peanuts, more peanuts, so obviously more plant-based fats and proteins mostly. Why do we need to supplement that? Let's see if we get a hiss. Obviously you can see that something went off in the packaging. The two crackers are slightly offset. See how broken they will be inside. Oops, sorry. Didn't get a nice hiss of that. Not too bad. I'm going to break them just so I can have them all side by side in the same compartment. And then we got the chocolate peanut spread. It's nice and soft, but you still want to knead it a little bit because there always is some fat separation, and you want to get those fats all back into the solids. I keep bumping my mic today, sorry guys. And yeah, it's not Nutella obviously, but it's a lovely peanut butter with cocoa mixed in. Looking nice. And as for the other one, let's start with crackers and see if I get a hiss this time around. Oh yeah, that popped, which means the vacuum seal held all this time, and this will be as fresh as they were made. They're broken. Oh, okay, carefully. You can see they got a little bit more color to them than the new ones. I'll show you. See, all pale, a little bit of color to them. That's that, and then for this we got fortified peanut butter, 1.5 ounce package. Now it's 1 ounce, and I think the same applies to regular peanut butter as well. They want smaller packs. Oops. That opened completely wrong. So let me just try and get some out. So you can see the pack is also delaminating a little bit. So the edge got to the wrapping, not to the contents. Okay, so what to get next? Pumpkin pound cake. I'm really curious about. I never had one. Obviously there were different. There were and there are different pound cakes in the rations. Okay, that's nice. And I'm never too fond of the texture because it's like dry and sticking to your mouth and just weird. It smells nice though. I think I had a carrot cake before. I had some with lemon and with mac. Oh, I forgot the name of that. Poppy seed and poppy seed. Those were nice too. Yeah, never had pumpkin one. So just to say what I'm saying is it's not that in 2004 every cheese tortellini came with pumpkin pound cake. It just came with a pound cake, and there were different flavors to that. Just okay. Just look at those lucky charms. At those charms. They're perfectly fine. Fucking perfectly fine. And yeah, that doesn't happen. So because sugar gets liquefied if exposed to temperature, and you end up with a sticky mess. But not this time. And it's just this makes me so happy. Chewing gum. So let's get extra seasoning here. We got some Tabasco, salt to the side because obviously we used it once to start the heater. Yeah, we'll do awesome later. I'm going to grab the mains and the apple, spice apple bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, they're all super nice, super warm. A little drink of water, yeah. Okay, so let's start with the spiced apple. If I can open this without burning my fingers. Yeah, I'm pretty sensitive to temperatures, so this is tricky. I'm going to help myself with a knife a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, a little bit more, please, maybe. Thank you. No. Okay, so what's happening, because I know this is off cam, the pouches are sort of made of two layers. Inside is, you can see, it's a foil and there's the outer packaging, and with time that separates. It's what happened with the peanut butter pouch as well, but okay, can I fit it in here? I'm not sure if I want to risk it. I'm going to move the cake just because this slot might not be big enough for the apple. And as you can see, yes, it's much darkened. That's the edge. That's apples going dark. Obviously there's also a little bit of spice that's causing that. But with age, all fruit will go darker. That's sugars. That's sugars doing something. Good sign though. there's not even a hint of there are tiny specks of spice on the inside of the pouch, but there's not even a hint of alcohol in the smell. If it was, it would mean that the apples fermented, and I wouldn't try them then. This sounds nice, not most appealing. Like, there's something that draws me in and makes me salivate or whatever, but it smells okay. So it's how it goes. It's nice and steamy warm, as you can see. And I know which pack of tortellini is which, but I'm not telling you which one I'm empty first. Although you'll probably guess by the side of the tray. Ah. Take a look inside. Lovely, no? Yep, these are the fresh ones. Try to contain them to this half of the tray. Get this sauce out. And because they're fully heated through, the sauce is nice, and you know, it's basically a tomato sauce from a can. But cold, it would be very nasty. Been there, try that. Open a can of SpaghettiOs and try to eat them cold. Not the best experience. Okay, so this pouch also started to delaminate, I think is the word. Doesn't look bad. Oops, it's hot. So obviously you can notice the difference. Oh, you could if I put the tray closer to you. Okay, that can be done, my friends. That can be done. So I'm pretty sure you can notice the difference in sauce. The new one is much more fluid. This is still quite sticky, and not much of a sauce. It's more pasta. Yeah, curious to try. In a second, I want to cool it down a bit because it's steaming hot. So let's start with drink. Lemon lime, just to get off the way. Cheers. Na zdrowie. Yeah. It tastes basically the same way it smells. Vaguely citrusy, chemically. Not a fan of. I'm sorry to say, but not a fan of. So, to balance it out, iced tea drink. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. Bit of tea in a vaguely citrusy too, but just as a hint. This one wins. This one wins. So let's start with dessert, because why not? So on the pumpkin cake, it smells quite with spice, actually. On the inside, if we can get the camera to focus. Sorry, I can't. Sorry guys. Mm. One, I'm surprised by texture. Because yeah, it's quite dry, but it's not as dry and moisture sucking and sticking to your mouth as the other cakes. Pumpkin. You could, I mean, you couldn't guess that it's pumpkin, but it's something there. A bit of sweetness, a little bit of spice. Um, hmm. So my favorite cake so far was lemon with poppy seed. And flavor-wise, that would still be the best. Texture-wise, though, this might be a bit better, nicer. Good. Nice. I'm going to dip that in the. Oh, I'm going to dip that in the apples. That's the way to live. Got one more. Okay. So this is from the Canadian one, but that will do for dessert later. Okay. So peanuts. Let's give current version a chance too. Nice, crunchy, fresh, dry roasted, lightly salted peanuts. Definitely nice for a snack. Definitely a snack that makes you want to drink. Not a good combo. So here we got some cashews as well, peanuts, pretzels, and almonds. And because I'm a weird person, I'm going to try each of them separately first. Okay. I think you can hear how fresh they are. Nice, crunchy. Tasting good actually. You could easily mix your peanuts into that. Make it snack in your pocket as you go. Nice enough. Still basically we got two savory snacks. These are two so sweet, so the idea was there, I guess. Okay, so just a little bit of crackers on its own. Very fresh, very crunchy, very flavorless. When we read the packagings, didn't the new one said it had more salt? Cause like, I don't know. Wait, okay, let me try the old one. Tasting more like matzo bread. Bit less crunchy, like a tiny little bit of stale, but still nice. I'm going to try this first with peanut butter. You can see the color is still very nice and light. With age, peanut butter goes darker, but it's one of those foods that takes ages to spoil, like ages. I don't mean months, years, but ages. So if you want to, have something that's calorie dense, that's very nutritious, and will last you for years, as long as you're not allergic, peanut butter may be a way to go. Please remember that peanut butter makes you want to drink more. So have something on hand. That's nice though. It's fortified, so you get added vitamins and stuff. It's not salted. It's just plain peanut butter, and I like it. Okay, so we got chocolate peanut butter spread. Chocolate peanut spread, sorry. Oh, that little bit of cocoa in it just smells heavenly. Mmm. Mmm. That just hits the spot. There's a reason why this is like one of the best spreads in the MREs right now. Coffee will do, but like this and coffee. I got yourself a dessert basically. I will try that on the cake as well because that might just work. Okay, so my pasta was steaming hot. Now it's not. It's still hot. Okay, I just need to dig a little deeper. You can see nice tortellini. Some herbs in the sauce as well. That is a pleasant surprise. Given how long this stayed in my pot, I would assume the pasta would be completely mushy. It is on the soft side, but not terribly mushy. There's not much filling inside, or there is, it gets lost under the very heavily spiced sauce. I'm trying to bite one of them open. There is a little bit of filling inside, but it's just like in the middle, and then it's got all the long tails, so there's not much filling inside the pasta. I'm trying to make my mind up on the sauce. A bit like marinara maybe. It kind of makes me want to have some more, but also doesn't taste very nice. It's a very confusing experience. Anyway, the fresh one. You can see the sauce already starts to congeal on top. So if we dig a little bit deeper, okay, you can even see that are they actually bigger? Okay, let me try first, and then we'll do side-by-side comparison. Looks like a tiny bit more filling inside. So I got even more confused, I guess. Okay, so this is one of these. And this is one of these. Okay, let's do this like that, because the only way. You can see they are different. The new one being a bit fuller, a bit nice in shape. I'm not sure how much of that would be difference in a recipe between years, and how much of it is just the production company. Because obviously there's one by Sopaco, the other by MRE. Although they they both have to produce them to the specifics as listed in the military contract, okay? But depending on how loosely the specifics are described in the contract, there might be differences. Is it my favorite meal? No. Is it nice? That's enough. That's enough. It's basically quick lunch kind of style to get your pasta in and then move on. You're being fed. That's good enough. Obviously, it's one of the oldest vegetarian menus in MRE roster. So now they get more options. Like 18 years back, I think the creativity and understanding of the field was smaller. But yep. Okay. I think I got some sauce on my chocolate spread. It's not good. Anyway, apples. So you can see there are indeed apple pieces in here, and a lot of liquid. I wonder how much liquid the original was and how much apples just disintegrated in spice apples. There is something off about them. As I said, it's not boozy, so I'm good because it's not fermentation. I think the spice just gives some weird sort of flavor over the years. The apples themselves are very soft, but still hold like the faint idea of an apple slice. They're not too sweet. There is some sweetness to them, but the apples I think originally quite aware of the tart variety. I think it's the spice that did the main. I'm not sure if I will finish that off cam even. It's one of those things when nothing really went wrong, but it's still not really worth taking a gamble on that. Because yes, guys, I'm eating 18-year-old food almost, so please don't do that at home unless you know what you're doing, okay? It's one of those cases where you need to trust your senses, your smell, your eyes, and if something is hinting that stuff might have gone wrong, you take the risk assessment. Yes, as I said, I'm going to dip my pumpkin pound cake in the apples. Kind of works together. You could have just crumbled this all into the apples pouch back in the day today, but like you could make that a sort of pudding, a dessert. Mix it all together. Yeah, that's nice enough. As I said, this is not a legit combo because these come from different years, but cake with some of the chocolate peanut spread, because come on, it just begs to be tasted together. mm. Mm. Okay, I have a petition to bring back the pumpkin pound cake and pair it up in any ration with the chocolate peanut spread, because this combo is like, oh, you get that sweetness and that little bit of spiciness and spice from the cake, and there's chocolate, and it's like, it's spice, it's chocolate, it's spice, it's chocolate. Yeah, we're getting into happy sounds territory now. Beautiful combo, beautiful combo. So we got spice cider. That this could have been made cold. Nice appley spiced drink. You get a sort of a theme going here. A spice up cider drink, spiced apples, and then pumpkin cake. It kind of works together, but it's sort of too samey. If you wanted to make it more interesting, you could have just switch a little bit around here, because it's all yeah, it's all like one flavor. Same idea here, you know, we got peanuts and then you got the other savory snack. Okay, so we still got Lucky Charms, and I think I saw a purple one here. Well, violet or purple. I guess this might be grape. Let's see. It is a bit sticky, but it's not liquefied. I had some before and then they were completely fluid, but this is just look how perfect this is. So the ingredients list tells you basically sugar, corn syrup, citric acid, artificial flavors, artificial colorings. Yes, I'm biting into them. Get off me. Grape, definitely grape. I got fake grape that looks and tastes like Smurf's piece. I'm trying to get rid of it from my mouth so I can talk to you. Also, it's hard candy. It's like a lolly or something. But it's soft enough that you can sort of work your way through it. Yeah. Where do I sit with this menu today? As I said, one of the first, if not the first, I ever tried. it's not amazing, it's not great, it's not knocking your socks off kind of meal. But it's definitely, especially it's not, it wasn't a thing here when I was growing up, okay? But if you grew up eating canned, I think they call it chef boyardee or something, canned pasta in tomato sauce, this is comfort meal. There's a little bit of that cheese feeling inside. It's not too much, you barely can taste it underneath all that tomato, herby, spicy sauce. It's easy to eat, it's soft. So after a long day, you just get that in and not think that you're eating. You know, it easy enough to eat. Obviously, the idea of what to go to pair with it changed completely. It'd be curious experiment to look into history, like how that changed over the years, because year to year there might have been smaller moves as to what came in, what came out. We went from completely sweet sides to basically completely savory. The only sweet thing here is the chocolate peanut spread. Obviously, the recipe changed a little bit over the years, but I'm trying to come up with some sort of nice way to wrap this up, to summarize this, and I'm failing hard. I think I just want to go back to eating, and since it's not a mukbang style kind of stream, I'll probably sign off in just a second. It's not my favorite ration, okay? It's not up there. It's not culinary. Even in terms of MRE meals, it's not culinary heights. It's solid enough. Given how I use the rations usually if I'm not streaming them, being that, let's say I go for, I used to play geocaching, so that meant going off track for hours on end. And let's say I put that in my backpack for the day. I got breakfast, I got lunch, I got snacks on the way. So something to hold me through the day till I'm back at my lodgings for dinner. The current one, I think, is what I would enjoy more. Mostly because we got naturally warm drink to pair with the breakfast. It's always my choice. Snacks are easy enough to eat on the way, and also, you know, I prefer my snacks salty than sweet. And then just because the tortellinis are a bit fuller. And the old one, technically you can eat the cake on the go, but I said peanuts are salted, so they make you want to drink. This will make you drink much more. And then for the spiced apples, this would be tricky to eat on the go because, you know, liquid. So yeah, I would take the newer version. I'd probably swap out the drink for something else. Still though, it's fun to see how that compares over the years. Okay, I think I'll be wrapping this up now. I remember we got the seasoning blend salt free, but given how much spiciness and herbiness or whatever was already here, I didn't add that. There's some citric acid here, red bell pepper, onion, garlic, orange peel. It might have made the flavor a little bit lighter, raised up a bit, elevated a little bit, but just not going there. Especially since I obviously won't be finishing this now. Two rations, so that's over 2,500 calories. So that's more than my daily nutrition. I packed this up and finish it over the week. Yeah, it was a fun experiment though. If I was able to do that again, compare old ration with the new, I might do that again. But there's not many mains with that long history. Cheese Tortellini is one of the few ones that ran continuously for years, for decades, actually. Yeah. So this was a look into American MREs. Same menu, 17 years apart, 2004 and 2021. Cheese Tortellini tomato sauce. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. I definitely had fun today, and thank you for joining me. It's always more fun when I can share this sort of exploration or experiment with someone. Hope to see you next week. We might travel somewhere exotic for me, I mean. I noticed my Brazilian ration got a little bit of a tear in it, so might be a good idea to dive into before something happens. Even though it's very fresh, it's from this year or year before, but still, good idea to get into that before something happens. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I see you when I see you. Bye, guys. Adi out.